Hello and welcome to this edition of Minstrels on the Block, where we bring you the finest singer-songwriters and musicians in the Valley area. Today's special guest is Duncan Ray.
Thank you so much, Brian.
Hi, my pleasure, Duncan. Good to have you on the show.
Good to be here.
So tell me about yourself. Where were you born?
Well, I was born in Atlanta, and then we moved down here like 2 months after I was born. So I've been here my whole life. Well, not here, in Columbus.
So you didn't do a lot of partying while you were in Atlanta?
No.
So what'd your parents do?
For a long time, my dad worked at Aflac and a couple other. He was doing, like international banking. Mm-hmm. So he was kind of all over the place, and then my mom just kind of stayed at home and took care of us because she didn't have to do anything. And then they found someone younger to do his job that could do the same thing, and then so they let him go. And then since then he's been working for Fort Benning. He teaches math and some basic other skills to the soldiers at Fort Benning, like mostly fractions and stuff like that. And then my mom, she works at Hatcher Stubbs.
What's that?
It's a law firm. Yeah,
cool.
She's a legal secretary. So
very cool. Now, are either of your parents musical?
Yes and no. I mean, they really listen to a lot of music. They always have, and they've always appreciated it. Like my dad used to play clarinet way back in the day, and like they both had some guitars that I've picked up and messed around with. But they didn't really stick with it, I guess. Just kind of got away from them. Mm-hmm. My Uncle Max, he plays guitar like that's all he's done. That's all he's ever done. He's kind of a wizard. He just he's out there in the country, and he doesn't really. They actually wanted him to play at their wedding, and he couldn't be there because it was out of the little cut. He just didn't leave, but he's just a magician at it.
So he never played with a band or anything?
He did play with some bands, and he was actually he was going to be on. I can't remember the name of the show, but it was a big show, and like I said, he's just a simple guy, likes a simple life.
There's nothing wrong with that, except when you play a guitar really well. Now, first of all, what kind of music did you grow up listening to?
The first music that I really remember, ever really hearing was Jimi Hendrix. My dad had me in the back of the car, on the way to the beach. I was 3 years old or something like that. It just, he convinced me to sit in the back by saying that the speakers were better in the back. I wanted to sit in the passenger seat. But so
only works on future conditions.
Yeah. So that was the first thing, and then since then, he just raised me on all the great stuff from that time. Led Zeppelin and the Beatles and Mamas and the Papas, and later on getting into more. As I grew up, Bob Dylan and stuff like that. And then, of course, I started, searching and finding stuff on my own and finding stuff from friends at school and everything, and listening to more contemporary stuff. I could talk about influences the entire time we're here.
Yeah. Cool. Excuse me while I kiss the sky. Now, I got a question for you.
Okay.
Elvis or the Beatles?
The Beatles. There's no. Elvis respect, but. How do you? They're like the band, It's just there's so much to pick from.
For the record, neither is the wrong answer.
There you go.
So now, when did you decide that you wanted to play music? When did you pick up a guitar or start writing? What clicked for you?
Well, guitar actually wasn't my first instrument. I guess you could probably say air guitar was, but
I know a guy who does that.
But I actually played trumpet in middle school, and then we got a new band teacher who was just not quite as I don't know. He didn't flow with me as well. So then I was kind of I was like, well, I guess I'll switch to guitar now, and I started taking lessons with my mom's old acoustic, which was God, the action on that guitar was so high. It was the hardest guitar ever to play. But so I did that I just took lessons for one summer, and then, I just kind of started figuring it out on my own from there. I've kind of seen a couple other people, and you know, just kind of collected from various other players over the years. But yeah, I guess I started playing guitar when I was 12. Well, I took lessons just a summer before that, and then I got my first guitar. You know, it was like I wanted an electric guitar, right? It's the rocks, so and blues and all that. So yeah, I got that for Christmas when I was 12. So that's when it all kind of took off. Even though I did get a little bit lazy with it for a couple years.
Well, now as far as your going from picking up the guitar to say where you are now. So your education on the guitar was pretty well self-taught, just watching other people and things like that?
Yeah, mostly. You know, I don't know. I just kind of, now what I do really is, you know, I mean, or what I would say what I've done since once I got my bearings on the instrument, you know, like, I just feel it out, and you know, I hear music in my head all the time. So it's really just, you know, whatever I'm hearing, I'm trying to pick it out, and even like, you know, I mean, when I do play live, it's never the same because I always just let the energy of the room, the audience, kind of, you know, take the song where it needs to go. So it's never the same in that respect, But you know, there was always like, you know, like I read sheet music for trumpet, obviously, and and then I was taught it for guitar, and then I kind of stopped using it. So you know, it's one of those things like that. I need to look back through my old books and learn again, because I know I can pick it up really fast if I if I do. But I just don't really use it right now.
I've heard of tablature.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, as far as your writing goes, when did you start writing, and what do you write about?
You mean like lyrics, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because I would kind of just, you know, I never really, I would just kind of make some things up, but I never really put lyrics to it until, I guess about 2 or 3 years ago is when I started writing my first songs, and it started with just, you know, just lyrics, just kind of just flowing from me, and I just started writing them like all the time. Actually, it's I read this book called The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. It's a really good book, changed my life. But anyway, you know, it's all about just being in the now and being in the present moment. And once I started doing that, it really gave me that kind of access to just, you know, let the words or the music just kind of flow from wherever it is it flows. I don't know. I kind of see myself as just like a window that nature speaks through, you know, and I'm just along for the ride.
Sweet. Well, I'll tell you what, let's check out one of Duncan's songs, and we'll be right back right after this.
This is a song called We're All Just Vibrations.
Skip World War III, kids, how about you? Yeah. Alright, sing it, kids. We would like to skip World War III, please, thank you. We would like to skip World War III, please, thank you. Cause what you're after, you're gonna get, got it, yeah, like you usually do. Until you realize what's at stake, the lives, oh, the lives they tell